Let us pray. Almighty God, we bow down before Thee in humble obedience and dependence. We pray Thee, grant us the grace to respect each other this day in all our consultations, that our deliberations today shall take place in the spirit of mutual trust, so that we as leaders shall lead our country on the path of peace and shall find solutions for issues and problems facing us. Grant us the mercy, O Lord, that we shall today also honor Thy name in all we think, do, and say. Almighty God, we pray Thee, bless our land and all its people. This all we pray in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Affirmation. I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people, and I solemnly promise to uphold and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Namibia to the best of my ability. Announcements. I hereby announce in terms of Rule 117B of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements that the following parliamentary friendship groups composed of the following honorable members have been established. Iran, Namibia, its Honorable Aloysius Kangulu, Honorable Armas Amkoto, Honorable Lilani Brinkman, Honorable James Werikwa, Honorable Justina Jonas, Honorable Elder Philip, Honorable Sharonis Bush, and Honorable Martha Axel Itope. Honorable Hilaria Mukapuli. Then for Cuba, Namibia, it's Honorable Armas Amkoto, Honorable Ferdinand Hengombe, Honorable Bertha Hifikwa, Honorable Hidipo Kambala, Honorable Evi Lassus Karonda, Honorable Longinus Ipumbu, Honorable Rosa Mbinge Sheundo, Honorable Ephraim Nekongo, Honorable Sebastian Karupu, Honorable Hilaria Mukapuli, Honorable Wahekwa Herunga, Honorable Alexia Manombe Tube, Honorable Ipumbu Shimi, and Honorable Modestus Achipara. For China, Namibia, it's Honorable Sirka Ausiku, Honorable Royal Tui Toto, Honorable Feni Nanyeni, Honorable John Likando, Honorable Ipumbu Shimi, Honorable Elder Philip, and Honorable Lilian Lutuhezi. Now these pages are dear Mekar. Now, Honorable John Lu Muton, Honorable Michael Mwashindange, Honorable Job Ampanda, Honorable Frederick Shitana, Honorable Tuhafeni Kalola, Honorable Vetaruhe Kandorodu, Honorable Longinus Ipumbu, Honorable Evi Lassus Karonda, Honorable McHenry Venani, Honorable Rosa Binge Sheundo, and Honorable Diederik Fries. Now for France, Namibia, Honorable Bertha Hifikwa, Honorable Michael Mwashindange, Honorable Armas Amkoto, Honorable Esther Haikola, Honorable Winnie Moongo, Honorable Vena Ita, Honorable Clemencia Kutie, Honorable Pohamba Shifeta, Honorable Feni Tushavi, Honorable James Werikwa, Honorable John Likando. Now for the Federal Republic of Germany, Namibia Association, Honorable Alpheus Naruseb, Honorable Wahekwa Herunga, Honorable Feni Tushavi, Honorable John Likando, Honorable Alexia Manoben Klube, Honorable Sebastian Karupu, Honorable Abed Nego Hishono, Honorable Lilani Brinkman, Honorable Lucia Buti, Honorable Job Ampanda, Honorable Ambrosius Kumbwa, Honorable Vetaruhe Kandorodu, Honorable Bernardo Swartboy, Honorable David Ehup, Honorable Utara Motu, Honorable McHenry Venani, Honorable Diederik Fritz. Now for Croatia, Namibia, it's Honorable Roderick Likando, Honorable John Lou Mouton, Honorable Nelson Kalangula, Honorable David Ehub, Honorable Dr. Toby Aupindi, Honorable Sharonese Bush, Honorable Willem Amtenya, Honorable Ephraim Nekongo, Honorable Martha Axel Istope, Honorable James Werikwa. For Georgia, Namibia, it's Honorable Rodney Klute, Honorable Elvis Lizazi, Honorable Sirka Ausiku, Honorable Natangwe Ifete, Honorable Modestus Amtse, Honorable Hilma Ita, Honorable Clemencia Kutie, Honorable Austin Samupwa. For Indonesia, Namibia, Honorable Elvis Lizazi, Honorable Michael Mulunga, Honorable Vilho Ihemba, Honorable Belem Amtenya, Honorable Marius Shea, Honorable Marlene Mbakera, Honorable Feni Nanyeni, Honorable Royal Tui Kloklo, Honorable Modestus Ashipara. For Venezuela, Namibia, it's Honorable Isra Kanyemba, Honorable Ferdinand Hengombe, Honorable Roderick Likando, Honorable Hidipo Kambala, Honorable Roderick Likando, oh, I've read that already, Honorable Enias Mvula, Honorable Winnie Mongo, yes, Honorable Modestus Amtse, Honorable Pohamba Shifeta, Honorable Feni Nanyeni, Honorable Toby Aupindi, Honorable Austin Samukwa, Honorable Alphys Aruseb. Then for, I have a lot more still, Finland, Namibia, Honorable Lilian Lutuhezi, Honorable Boniface Susiku, Honorable Michael Mulunga, Honorable Vaino Hangula, Honorable Tohafeni Kalola, Honorable Ambrosius Kumbwa, Honorable David Ehub, Honorable Lukato, Honorable Ina Hengari, Honorable Modestus Amte, Honorable Solomon April, Honorable Marilyn Mbakera, Honorable Nono Kachingisiwa, Honorable Tuliki Abraham, Honorable Belem Amtenya. For the United Kingdom and Namibia Association, Honorable Derek Klassen, Honorable Austin Samukwa, Honorable Tuliki Abraham, Honorable Marilyn Bakera, Honorable Modestus Amtse, Honorable Eliphas Ndingara, Honorable Elvis Lizazi, Honorable Lucia Mbuti, Honorable Michael Mulunga, Honorable Esther Haikola, Honorable Utara Motu, Honorable Anna Kodi, Honorable Lukato, Honorable Ina Hengari. Then for Russia, Namibia, it's Honorable John Likando, Honorable Paula Cooper, Honorable Vena Ita, Honorable Alpheus Aruseb, Honorable Modestus Achipara, Honorable Tuliki Abraham, Honorable Nelson Kalangula, Honorable Boniface Susiku, Honorable Michael Mulunga, Honorable Vaino Hangula, Honorable Hidipo Kambala, Honorable Esther Haikola, Honorable Bernardo Swartboy, Honorable Ina Hengari. Then for Republic of Vietnam, Namibia Association, it's Honorable Marius Shea, Honorable Justina Jonas, Honorable Natangwe Ifete, Honorable Sirka Ausiku, Honorable Clemencia Kutie, Honorable Royal Twinkloklo, Honorable Lilian Lutuhezi, Honorable Emmanuel Nashinge, Honorable John Lou Mouton, Honorable Frederick Shitana. Now for the Republic of Turkey, Namibia Association, Honorable Ephraim Nekongo, Honorable Natangwe Ithete, Honorable Derek Lassen, Honorable Hilaria Mukapuli, Honorable Paula Cooper, Honorable Vena Ita, Honorable Marius Shea, Honorable Rodney Klute, Honorable Emmanuel Nashinge, Honorable Isra Kanyemba, Honorable Job Ampanda, Honorable Winnie Moongo. For Brazil, Namibia, it's Honorable Rodney Klute, Honorable Nelson Kalangula, Honorable Boniface Susiku, Honorable Vaino Hangula, Honorable Frederick Shitana, Honorable Vetaru Hekandorodu, Honorable Utara Motu, Honorable Enias Emvula, Honorable Lukato, Honorable Longinus Ipumbu, Honorable Evilastus Karonda, Honorable Diedrich Fries, Honorable Solomon April, Honorable Ipumbu Shimi, Honorable Martha Axel Itope, Honorable Justina Jonas, Honorable Alexia Manoben Klube, Honorable Elder Philippe. Now for two more. For the Kingdom of Morocco, Namibia, it is Honorable Sharonese Bush, Honorable Toby Aupindi, Honorable Nono Kachingi Siwa, Honorable Solomon April, Honorable Hilma Ita, Honorable Eliphas Ndingara, Honorable Feni Tuchavi, Honorable Abednego Hishono, Honorable Nelson Kalangula, Honorable Roderick Likando, Honorable Tuhafeni Kalola, Honorable Anna Kodi, Honorable Enias Mvula, Honorable Rosa Mbinge Sheundo. And for the Algeria-Namibia Friendship Association, it's Honorable Ferdinand Hengombe, Honorable Emmanuel Nashinge, Honorable Nelson Kalangula, Honorable Nono Kachingi Siwa, Honorable Eliphas Ndingara, Honorable Hilma Ita, Honorable Pohamba Shifeta, Honorable Diedrich Klassen, Honorable Sebastian Karupu. So those are the names that we have for the associations with other parliaments. Yes, please.
With all due respect, I want to understand the criteria that was used. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I want to understand how we have arrived at some people being whatever in those many committees and others, maximum 3. Is there a particular something that was looked at? Because we want to see equity and equality. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. These are friendship associations, and they are supposed to be composed on the basis of the interest of specific MPs and the political parties that they represent. So what we did as a parliament was to request the chief whips to organize for their members to indicate which association they wanted to be a member of. Yes. Okay, so now, honorable members, what I will advise is those honorable members that wish to be members of associations that they have not indicated to belong are free to approach their political party so that the chief whips can notify us. Okay? Very, very good. Thank you very much. Now, any petitions or any messages from the head of state? Any petitions? Reports of standing or select committees? Other reports and papers? Notices of questions? Notices of motions? Or notices of questions? Honorable Ampanda, and welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, colleagues, for reaching out. I couldn't respond to some of you during that difficult time. So I'm alive. I will be alive for a long time. I'm back. I'm hearing that you are rushing things. But Speaker, I rise to give notice. I rise to give notice.
Yes, please.
It was on the lighter note. I rise to give notice that on Thursday, 12 February 2026, I will pose the following questions to the Acting Minister of Industries, Mines and Energy, the Honorable Franz Kapofi. The reggae artist Grams Morgan of the group Morgan Heritage sings in his song, People Like You. If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you are the kind who takes time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those who are down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light and give sight to the ones who have lost their way, there's a place for people like you. This sentiment stands in stark contrast to the history of a consolidated diamond mine. Established in February 1920 with Ernest Oppenheimer's Anglo-American Corporation holding a controlling interest, CDM became a De Beers subsidiary in 1926. De Beers, one of the world's largest mining companies, maintained a symbiotic relationship with every governing authority in Namibia, from the German, South African administration and the successive SWAPO government after independence. CDM was granted exclusive rights in Diamond Area Number 1, where entry was forbidden without permission. It controlled the diamond boards and effectively operated as a state within a state, governing Oranjemund for over 80 years until 2017. In 1974, the United Nations Council for Namibia issued a decree that nullified all mining licenses granted by South Africa. The BS ignored this decree and continued its operation. The decree further stated that violation would be prosecuted by the incoming government of Namibia. However, after independence, no such prosecution occurred. Instead, the new government became a shareholder in CDM, which was later renamed NAMDEB, but it continued to operate much as it has done in previous decades. The CDM, in which our government holds a stake, was also a site of atrocities and the symbol of men's inhumanity to men. For instance, Amos Hiskiel, a CDM employee, disappeared without a trace after independence.
Honorable Member, your time is almost up for the question. I give you 1 more minute. Try to round up.
The same fate befell Titus Shipandeni Shiponeni. To this day, his wife, Priscilla Shinana, and their 8 children do not know what happened to them. In light of this history and inspired by the call to lend a voice to those who cannot speak, I therefore ask the Honorable Minister the following. Number 1, prior to 2017, CDM NAMDEB controlled the entire territory of Diamond Area Number 1, including Oranjemund. Does CDM or NAMDEB possess a complete record of all employees since its inception? If so, can this record be made available? Number 2, how many employees were recorded as missing or having disappeared, and what measures did CDM or NAMDEB take to investigate these disappearances? Number 3, did CDM NAMDEB ever formally open police cases or report these missing persons to Namibian police? If yes, please provide the relevant case details. Number 4, what official explanation does CDM or NAMDEB provide for the disappearances of Amos Hiskiel and Titus Shiponeni? 5, and last, what form of engagement or discussion, if any, has CDM or NAMDEB had with families of Amos Hiskiel and Titus Shiponeni? As the song says, if we shine a little light for those who have lost their way, there's a place for us.
Time is up, Honorable Member. You may now take the question. Honorable Likando Roderick.
Continue.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 6th of March 2025, I shall ask the Honorable Minister of Environment, Forest and Tourism the following questions. 2026, sorry. Honorable Speaker, I rise today with a deep sense of urgency, for the threat of climate change is no longer a distant warning. It is a reality that is testing Namibia's resilience every day. The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism has produced strategies and plans, yet despite these efforts, the latest reports reveal troubling gaps between policy and action. Namibia's first biennial transparency report and 5th national communication to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change for 2025 exposes critical weaknesses in greenhouse gas monitoring, adaptation planning, and mitigation reporting. The long-term low-emission development strategy charts a path towards a net zero climate resilience economy by 2050. Yet glaring gaps remain in integrating emerging sectors such as green hydrogen. Meanwhile, the Strengthening Climate Information and Early Warnings System Initiative of 2023 confirms that our climate data and early warning mechanisms remain inadequate to fully support adaptation planning, and the Greenhouse Climate Fund funded rangeland and ecosystem management programs of 2025 show that implementation on the ground is slow, leaving vulnerable population exposed. Honorable Speaker, these reports make it clear Namibia's policies are falling short of the nation's 91% emission reduction target by 2030, and urgent action is needed to turn plans into reality. It is therefore imperative that the Minister provide this House with a clear account of what has been achieved, what obstacles remain, and how the Ministry intends to close the gaps before it is too late. I therefore ask, Honourable Minister, what measurable progress has the Ministry made towards Namibia's 91% emission reduction target by 2030? Recent reports show that climate adaptation projects on the ground remain incomplete. What is causing these delays, and what steps are being taken to support vulnerable communities? How is the Ministry ensuring that emerging sectors such as green hydrogen contribute effectively to Namibia's climate goals? The latest transparency report highlights weaknesses in monitoring and reporting greenhouse gas emissions. How will the Ministry strengthen data, early warning signs, and accountability? Lastly, what urgent action plan is in place to close implementation gaps and ensure all Namibians benefit from climate adaptation and mitigation strategies before 2030? Honourable Speaker, I so submit.
Thank you very much. Honourable Member, please table the question, and I would like to appeal to the members to keep within the 3 minutes, because otherwise we are eating into the time for answering questions. If every member that is asking is going beyond the time, then there will be no answers. We will just have questions. Honourable Lukato.
Honourable Speaker, members of Parliament, and the leaders of various political parties, good day and thank you for the platform. I hereby give notice that on Wednesday, 11 February 2026, I shall ask the Honourable, my relative brother who is not here, Right Prime Minister Elijah Ngorare, the following questions. To root out corruption in Namibia, are you aware that it was being observed since the independence of this country under the ruling government party which is still governing this country until today? Many foreigners have been employed in the... Who is speaking there, please?
Honourable
Please.
Lukato.
Okay.
You are under protection of the chair.
Employed in the government without following the legal procedures. This process has left many Namibians without jobs and have left them in the streets, while foreigners occupy the jobs which were supposed to be offered to the masses of this country, Namibia. Number two, can you respect your respect office? Since you are the leader of the government business in the parliament and also the second highest office in the country. Can we agree to establish an independent commission to investigate and to screen all ministries and the government organs to find out these suspected foreigners who is currently enjoying the fruits of our Namibian people, while the majority poor Namibians continue to suffer after independence of this country, 35 years, now near 36 years of independence. Last, my relative brother, the right Prime Minister, can we agree to work together and support each other that those who have hijacked Namibian jobs through corruption and other methods of corruption should be apprehended after being found guilty by the court of law and sent them to prison and before deported back to their countries of origin? They should pay back the money which has been paid to them. I so submit this, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member may please table the question. Honorable Mouton, can you please set the clock?
I give notice that on Thursday, the 5th of February 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Finance, Honorable Erica Shafuda, the following. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member, the Ministry of Finance has announced the termination of the payroll deduction management system effective 30th November 2025. This is a system that allows public servants to conveniently pay for essential services such as insurance, education, and personal home loans directly from their salaries. For over 2 decades, this system has helped more than 100,000 government employees manage their finances responsibly. It has reduced default rates, kept interest rates lower, and provided access to regulated financial products, especially for low-income and rural workers who often can't access affordable credit. Now the government proposed to shut this system down without any clear public consultation, without a transition plan, and against the will of the very people it serves. Honourable Speaker, according to a recent survey by FinFit Investments, 79% of government employees want the payroll deduction management system to continue, and 83% fear that its removal will make budgeting harder and push them into financial distress. Let's be clear, this is not a technical adjustment. It's a social and economic earthquake. Replacing payroll deductions with debit orders is expected to cost government employees millions every month, in addition to bank debit order fees. Who will benefit from that? The banks, not the workers. For low-income earners, especially cleaners, teachers, police officers, soldiers and nurses, this is an inconvenience. It's a direct pay cut. It will also mean more bank charges, higher interest rates, reduced access to affordable loans, and an inevitable return to loan sharks. Against this background, I now ask the Honourable Minister the following. Why is a long-standing and valuable employee benefit being terminated unilaterally without prior consultation with employees? Has the Ministry undertaken any intervention during the deadline extension to lessen the impact of its decision? How does the Ministry justify asking public servants to pay over millions a month in new debit order fees, while commercial banks enjoy a mouthful of profit? If the problem is regulation, not the system itself, why has the Ministry not opted for reform and modernization, as experts and employees themselves have requested? We understand that the unions stand at the ready to benefit from this arrangement and continue to exploit the workers whose interests they are supposed to represent. Honourable Speaker, this is not just a question of finance, it's a question of fairness. Namibia's public servants deserve consultation, protection and dignity, not a policy that punish them while boosting profit for banks. So submit.
Point the honourable members to the rule that says the questions are supposed to just to raise queries in order that clarification can be provided. The last person is Honourable Mbundu, and he has the floor.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Honourable members, I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 6th of February 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, Honourable Lucia Ipumbu, the following. Namibia is facing a disturbed surge in violence, crime, from robberies and assaults of killings, particularly along our residential street, riverbed, and main roads. Citizens live in fear. The nation is losing lives that could be saved through timely and strategic prevention. Honourable Speaker, while we acknowledge the ongoing investigation and arrests made by law enforcement, the public concern lies deeper. What is being done to prevent crime before it happens? I therefore wish to ask the Honourable Minister the following question. Question 1. Beyond receiving reports, investigating and filing cases after crime occurs, what deliberate and representative strategy in the ministry implementation to curb an escalating wave of violence crime in our communities? Question 2. What is the ministry's long-term crime prevention plan? One that moves beyond reaction to ensure residential area, public roads and riverbeds that have become notorious danger zones. Question 3. Is there a national policy framework guiding crime prevention at community level, and how it's being enforced across the region to ensure accountability and uniform action? Question 4. Will the ministry consider establishing a national crime prevention task force, combining police, intelligence, local authorities and community policing unity to coordinate surveillance, lightening and safety patrol in the high-risk zones? Question 5. Given the frequency of attack and killing in the public spaces, does the ministry have measurable targets or indicators such as crime reduction rate to assess whether its prevention strategies are producing tangible results? Finally, how is the ministry ensuring that budget allocation for crime prevention are not consumed by administrative costs, but are directly invested in technology, equipment, and community-safe infrastructure where impact is visible? With this, I so submit.
Honourable Mayor, please table the questions.
Senior member.
Yes, please table the questions, Honourable Mayor. Notices of motions. Honourable Ampanda.
I have two motions, then you can just tell me 2 minutes so that I can manage it properly. Because it's with you, it's not regulated.
No, the honourable members, according to the time allocations, it is one chance given for the motions. The actual notice of motion is not indicated here, but yes, in line with the frequencies that are allocated here, the presiding officer would determine that we yes, only move one notice of a motion at one time.
Yeah, I understand. I agree with you that's why I'm asking, so that we don't have a back and forth. So that prior is indicated I'm giving you, because it falls within your discretion now.
Yes, no, unfortunately we are tight, and also it sets a precedence that makes it difficult. No. That if you have a standard allocation of a frequency of once of a similar item that is not provided for, the more consistent way to exercise a discretion would be to align with the principle that is established. And when you look at this table, the frequency that is established is once, except in matters such as appropriation bill, committee of the whole house, for example, when there is a frequency of more than once.
I think, Speaker, we are not understanding each other. I'm saying a member does have a right to introduce a motion. So I'm just trying so that we don't have any, I'm saying, unlike questions where you have 3 minutes, it is not specified how much time that a person have for a notice. And in terms of our rules, for something that is not provided for, it's the Speaker's discretion. So what I'm asking is just that, what specifically is the time that you are suggesting under your discretion? So because I have 2 motions, it's not that you can only give 1 motion. I'm just seeking cooperation on that.
Remember, yes, the determination, again, to be consistent with what is here, the determination by the presiding officer would be 3 minutes.
Okay.
Because it's only a notice, and
Yes.
it's once.
Okay.
So a member has 1 opportunity to move 1 motion in 3 minutes.
Okay. No, thank you, Speaker. Then at least then I know what I have to do for each motion. I have 2. So within 3 minutes.
More than 3 minutes. So it means you can't say you summarize so that you can have 3 motions. You have only 1 free chance to give a notice of a motion.
No,
Now, Honorable Ampanda, we have now used already 2 minutes.
No, Speaker, I'm saying is that your determination is at 3 minutes per motion.
No, you see, I'm saying, according to this table, a member has not more than. So the Speaker is determining that a member would have not more than 3 minutes to give a notice of a motion, but they have only 1 chance. So it means they move only 1 motion. You can't move 2, 3, 4 motions.
You can actually, and I don't want to have a back and forth, Speaker, but we have done it before. All I'm asking is just that so that you can limit, so that we don't waste time. We have moved more than 3 motions. Honorable Venani comes with 5 motions.
Yes, I have raised that.
Yes.
I have raised it with regards to questions and the motions, and after a time, I indicated that by now we would have acquainted ourselves with the rules and with the intentions of the rules, and I am now going to require that we abide by these rules, and where the presiding officer has to make a determination, I have to try to be consistent.
Okay. Can I propose, Speaker, you have made a determination of 3 minutes. I actually even think 3 minutes is a lot.
Not more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, so can we agree for the 2, we reduce it to 2 minutes, 2 minutes?
No, Honorable Member, you have not more than 3 minutes, so which means it can be 2 minutes. Because the presiding officer can listen to you, and if I find that that can be done in less than 3 minutes, I can still ask the Honorable Member to summarize. Because today is Thursday, Honorable Members, and this is the document that we have here. No.
Okay.
The Honorable Members here are trying to argue with the presiding officer. Leave the Honorable Member to give notice of his motion.
Okay.
She never agrees with any rule. Set the clock, Honorable colleagues.
No, we are waiting.
Honorable Member, you may please go ahead now. They have set it twice now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, they had set it to 3, but because of the pause, the clock is just moving. Yes. So they can reset it again, but please, the Honorable Member should just proceed.
Okay.
Colleagues, set the clock to 3 minutes.
I guess, in 2013, the Rita Den Kemal bronze statue was removed. It was originally erected in 1912 as a victory monument for the German settlers. In 2022, the Côte Francois statue was also removed in front of the city of Windhoek. He was presented as a founder of Windhoek, which is not true. But this same Court Francois was a supervisor and commander who led the first massacre at Honecrans in 1893. The Bible of Hendrik Witbooi that was returned was actually taken from Honecrans. Honecrans took place 11 years before the genocide. It took place 66 years before 1959 old location. It also took place 85 years before 1978 Kasinga massacre. All these other days are celebrated, are commemorated, but Honecrans is not commemorated. Such a tragedy of imagination. In light of this context, notice is hereby given that on Wednesday, 18 February, I shall move that this Assembly discusses and engage with the historicity of Honecrans massacre and interrogates why it has been marginalized in our national history and public memory. Two, that the Assembly discusses and resolve on how the Honecrans massacre can be formally and appropriately commemorated.
Please table. The honourable member cannot move the second motion. Please table the motion. No, you table only the one that you have. Yeah, that one you will give notice next time when we come back from the break. There is a person indicated here is 39. Yes, honourable. No, you give only one notice. Who is 39? Oh? Yes, the floor is now with Honorable Lucato. No, Honorable Licando. Honorable Licando. Yes, you have the floor.
Where is the 39 coming from?
I don't know. I just saw the 39 here. Front desk, please take note of that.
Honorable, your time has started.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I give notice that on Wednesday, 13th of February 2026, that this August House deliberate and adopt urgent coordinated intervention to address intertwined challenges of poverty, unemployment, and economic empowerment in Namibia. Issues that remain central to the realization of our Vision 2030, the forthcoming 6 years National Development Plan, NDP6, and the SWAPO Party Manifesto for 24 to 2029. In alignment with NDP6 strategic focus on economic transformation and human capital development, as well as inclusive growth, and the consistency of the SWAPO Party Manifesto commitment in building prosperous Namibia anchored on the equity and shared opportunity. This motion proposes the following. Accelerate job creation and skill development, especially for the youth, women, and training, as well as entrepreneurship programs. Honorable Speaker, the motion also will strengthen the micro, small, and medium enterprise and cooperative development by expanding access to affordable finance, digital platforms, markets, and mentorship, while investing in rural infrastructure, roads, energy, and water to unlock economic potential. It will also advance the rural economic empowerment through climatic smart agriculture, value addition and processing, as well as irrigation schemes. It will also promote industrialization and value addition in line with NDP6. Absolutely. It will also expand the social protection and human capital programs to address both monetary and non-monetary poverty, improving schools, attendance, nutrition, and housing, as well as healthcare outcome. It will further enhance regional equity and inclusion by ensuring that investment and development programs deliberately target the marginalized and the highly poverty regions and female-headed households. It will also institutionalize and monitoring accountability mechanism. Honorable Speaker, I therefore submit the motion.
Please, honourable member, you may table the motion. Honourable Lucato.
Honourable Speaker, members of Parliament, thank you for the platform. I hereby give notice that on Wednesday, 11 February 2026, I shall move that this House discuss and agree the following motion. Motion on establishing factories by utilizing natural resources in Namibia, establishing industries in Namibia for the benefit of the Namibian people, establishing green schemes in Namibia for food self-sufficient and food security. Honourable Speaker, I rise to move that this House debate and consider the issue of the above mentioned key issues. I therefore want to say Namibia can by or do not exist at all factories which were supposed to manufacture and process food stuff to ensure food security for the country are not there, as all food stuffs and food products come from the foreign country, South Africa. Even our own fish products have to be manufactured and processed in South Africa. So, Honourable Speaker, I so move.
Honourable, may you please table the motion?
Thank you.
Yes, the honourable member should first take the seat, and then you can have the point of privilege. Yes. Yes, there is a point of privilege, but okay. Honourable Ampanda, a point of privilege. Okay.
I just didn't want to have a back and forth, but I want to invite you, Speaker, because you are the chairperson of Standing Rules, so that you can reflect on this matter properly. Clearly, notices of questions and notices of motions are not provided for. What we actually even use and apply, even in terms of that table with regards to the question, with regards to movers, 3 minutes once, in what context is it? The time of debate, or is it when you are responding or when you are putting the question to? You also find at the bottom of the table, it says other matters not otherwise provided for. The mover of other matters that are not provided for is that they have 10 minutes. So what I'm saying in conclusion is that maybe use this break to reflect, because there are those two options. One is it if the matter is not provided for, the speaker can prevail on that, or it could fall under the last column, which is going to give us problems. But we have all accepted that these rules, whoever it is that drafted them, did a poor job. But we could, yeah, well, I was at UNAM, I wasn't here. So whoever, we could always, Speaker, during that time, we could always find a way to develop an instrument so that we don't, these things of relying on your discretion, it can be a problem. So that we can develop an instrument for those things that appears. Because if I interpret it to say, oh, it's not provided for, therefore, as a mover, I have 10 minutes. It's also becoming a problem. Maybe you could come and add an addition to the table. Because those are rules when in actual debate. Like when you respond to ministerial statement, motions, or a mover of the motion. Because that, for example, that 15 minutes. 15 minutes, it says 15 minutes for motion of a mover once. And can I argue that I have 15 minutes? But we have interpreted that 15 minutes to mean is when you are motivating. But nothing in the rules that says is when you are motivating. But if we craft an instrument, we are able to say the 15 minutes is when you are motivating and the notice is like that, so that we don't, because if you are not happy with me the following day, your discretion changes. If you are happy, then it changes. And we don't want to be at your mercy. But we still have time, and I think it's just a suggestion that you could consider.
Yes, honorable members, the rules provide for proposals to amend the rules at the appropriate platform. So when we were being put through the induction program, we also highlighted that the members are free, now that they have noted what is provided for in the rules, to advance their proposals which are going to be discussed. But in the case of this specific aspect, in as much as I can agree that the motion here that provides 15 minutes for the mover, it refers to the actual motivation of the motion and not the notice of the motion. It can also not be reasonably understood that it can, under other matters not otherwise provided for, it can possibly be contemplated that to give a notice is 10 minutes and to motivate it's 15. It doesn't make sense in that regard. So because of that fact, the discretion is left to the presiding officer. If the members wish to eliminate discretion for the presiding officer, we can also do that when we go to the rules, and it would mean that if we omit anything, we won't be able to deal with it. So I just want to say that at the appropriate platform, let's advance proposals for the amendment of the rules. Now, having said that, we proceed to ministerial statements. None. Reports from the Committee of the Whole Assembly and consequential proceedings. And then orders of the day, today being a Thursday, answering of questions takes precedence over the other matters on the order paper. And we now go to question number 24, being the first one that was posed by Honorable Thomas of the BCP to the Minister of Urban and Rural Development. Does Honorable Thomas put the question? Okay, he's not here. So we skip that. If he comes and we are done, we will go back to it. The second one is 28 by Honorable Motu to the Minister of Works and Transport. Does anyone put the question on behalf of Honorable Motu? Okay, the question is not put. Then the next question is question number 29 by Honorable... Yeah, no one put the question. Yeah, Honorable, we are now question number 29. Honorable, question number 29 by Honorable Ipumbu of NEFF to the Minister of Justice and Labor Relations. Is anyone delegated to put the question on behalf of Honorable Ipumbu? Okay, none. Now, question number 63 by Honorable Kalangula to the Minister of Works and Transport. Honorable Kalangula, do you put the question? Yes, Honorable. On what point is the Honorable Member? Honorable Kalangula, can you wait?
I just want to understand so that we follow properly. A question has been put, it's on our record, it's on our books, and the question will not disappear because it's on record, and the answers that are given are in writing. On what basis? Because I would assume that if the matter becomes a matter of the assembly, the question is before the assembly. Why is it if the member is not here, somebody must move, or the member, because it won't disappear, it becomes our burden. And if a member is not here, the question will be answered, they would have record. It's almost like correspondence. Yes. Do we have a strict rule that says unless a person is here, the question cannot be put, the question cannot be answered without it being put?
No. Honorable Member, the rule is saying members would put questions, they will give notice. When you give a notice, you say, on this day, I will ask. On that day only, you will ask the member. So if you are not there on that day that we have notified you are going to put the question, the question will not be put unless if you delegate another person. That's what I'm interpreting, and you are speaking from a seated position, which is actually wrong also. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that when you give notice, you say on this day, I will ask, not I ask today. And that is why when that day comes, you are asked to put the question. And there have been instances where members of political parties have been requested, even chief whips, they are asked when their members are not there, do you put the question on behalf of the member? And they say no. So we cannot assume that because a person has given a notice, that question should just be answered, even if they are not there to put the question. So that's a challenge. If we want to change that again, like I say, let's discuss that at the rules. Yeah. Now, the next question is 63 by Honorable Kalangula. Do you put the question, Honorable Member?
I shall put the question.
Honorable Minister of Works and Transport. Question number 63 by Honorable Kalangula. Honorable, the mic.
Honorable Speaker, the fact is that I cannot bring here substandard answers. No. It's true. Sometimes we need to be honest. And I think it's high time that as ministers, we must be honest to the public and to this August House. Ministers do not run divisions. These are people who are employed to provide ministers with answers. For 6 months, you ask this person, I need these questions. This person gives you a substandard answer, you send it back, and for the whole year, nothing comes. So until we address the substandard, some substandard employees who are able to do their work, we will not be able to provide the right answers.
Honorable Member, Honorable Member, Honorable Nekundi,
I'm saying,
I don't think, Honorable Member.
Answer.
No, Honorable Nekundi. Honorable Nekundi. Honorable Nekundi. This is not the right platform for the honorable member. It is not the right platform for the honorable member to address the issue of employees meeting performance standards. I think this is a wrong platform. I think here there was a question that was notified to be put to the minister, and if the minister is for one reason or another not in a position, he must seek the indulgence of the House to consider deferring the answering of the question, and not for what Honorable Nekundi was saying. Yes, Honorable, now the Honorable Member was responding. I want to give you an opportunity to hear whether he's asking for a deferment, and then you can say something if you like to say something. Yes, Honorable Nekundi.
Honorable Speaker, I do not have the right answers as I need them to be provided. So therefore, I seek the indulgence of the House that I provide the right answer with the right content, the right quality. So therefore, I seek the indulgence for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Kalangula.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I'm a bit concerned. I rise on a point of privilege here. This question was asked in June, but the accountability, as per Article 41, the minister ought to know what is happening in the ministry through the people that report to the minister. Now, it is very much worrisome that we have a minister that cannot really bring an answer to a question as such. Is it that the minister does not have control of these SOPs? Or the advisors? A minister got advisors, a minister got PAs. We are working so hard to get these questions answered that are asked by the people. Why can the minister not answer in time? This is the reason why this book keeps piling up. Honorable Deputy Speaker, high time that we get to reduce the deferment of this.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Okay, I am taking it that the Honorable Member is simply just emphasizing the importance of Honorable Ministers coming prepared to answer the questions on the date that the question was supposed to be answered. And I don't think we can debate that. Let's just agree, Honorable Members. So we defer because there is nothing that we can do if the minister doesn't have the answer now, but the point has been made. And hopefully the next time that we have to come to questions, the Honorable Member would have the answers to this question, as well as other ministers who were supposed to answer these questions today. Okay, Honorable Members, the next question is 69 by Honorable Mvula, asked to the Minister of Works and Transport. Does Honorable Mvula put the question? Yes, Honorable Ampanda.
Was tasked by a member to put the question.
Oh, okay. Then Honorable Minister of Works and Transport.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. No, I have answered the quality I want. Honorable Speaker, I must respectfully note that these questions contain certain presumptions that require clarification for the benefit of this House and the public record. Allow me to provide proper context regarding the properties in question, specifically Lewis House and its current occupants, which appear to be the subject of this inquiry. In 2001, the process commenced to alienate the above-mentioned properties to the Namibian Airport Company with approval from both the Treasury and Tender Board. In 2002, a valuation report established the open market value of 940,000, subsequently adjusted to 1.3 million by the Ministry of Works and Transport on the 4th October 2002. A cabinet submission was subsequently made requiring the then occupants to vacate these properties to enable Namibian Airport Company to construct their head offices. However, prior to the transfer, the ministry made internal arrangements to place employees in these properties temporarily to prevent vandalism and unauthorized occupation. Honorable Speaker, the temporary arrangement, I'll give it to Honorable Ampanda, so that he give it over as evidence that these members to whom this member is asking questions have accepted to be placed in those houses temporarily. The letters of allocation to the current occupants explicitly state the occupants will stay in the house until he is given notice to vacate or until he is allocated permanent accommodation, whichever occurs first. It must be understood that these occupants accepted accommodation under these clearly defined temporary conditions. However, they have subsequently requested to purchase these properties under the alienation scheme. So they went in under temporary, that they must give a notice if they need to go out or whether if there's allocation. So they have accepted. We have now given notice to vacate. So they, instead of vacating, they ran to politicians for questions to come to Parliament. To answer your other subsequent questions regarding, I want to continue. However, Honourable Member, you will appreciate that allowing properties earmarked for specific government purposes to be sold to temporary occupants would undermine the integrity and fairness of administrative processes. To answer your other questions, sub-questions, regarding the illegal tenants, it must be categorically clear that all persons occupying government properties without lawful authority are subject to evictions procedures in accordance with applicable legislations. Regarding the temporary tenants, evictions became necessary when temporary occupants, having been duly notified that the temporary occupancy has concluded, refuses to vacate despite having contractually agreed to the temporary nature of their accommodations. Some of these are even employees of Works and Transport who are administering the temporary and allocations. It's very somehow worrisome, Honourable Member. Lastly, the Ministry of Works and Transport encourages all citizens to honour their contractual obligations in good faith and to pursue resolutions through proper administrative and legal channels. Question 2, reallocation of alternative accommodation to evicted employees. Honourable Members, on your second question of alternative accommodation to evicted employees, I must respectfully seek clarification on the premise of this question. The ministry cannot establish a precedent whereby persons who have breached their contractual obligations or who occupy government property unlawfully are granted preferential treatment through automatic reallocation. Cognizance that we have close to 1,000.
Honorable Member, I now give you 1 minute more to finish answering because it's an answer. Because we have a time limit, Honorable, just proceed. Let's proceed, Honorable Member. Let's see.
No, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, now what do you propose so that we don't exchange?
No, Honorable Speaker. Honestly speaking, I'm now you are now frustrating me. I'm better or something.
Okay, can we just?
Honorable Speaker,
okay, what are you proposing? What are you proposing? Let's not argue.
No, because every time I take this floor, the speakership.
Can you freeze the time?
No, we must refer to each other. We must refer to each other. No. You allow 20 questions to me, lengthy questions.
Yeah, Honorable Member, can you just
but it's not the first time, Honorable Speaker.
No.
It's not the first time. No, it's not. No, I cannot like it.
Yeah, but it's also not the first time that we are doing that.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
I don't either, Honorable Member.
No, I don't like it. No.
I don't either, Honorable Member.
No, we must show respect.
I'm just applying the rules.
No.
We are now just spending the time on the argument. Why can't the Honorable Member? Can you freeze the time, please? Can you freeze the time?
No, but it frustrates. Every time it's vehicle.
Let's just go.
Honorable Speaker, I'm just setting my right.
Yes, Honorable Member, can you set the time properly? Because now I don't know what
if you want me to answer in 10 minutes, then the questions will be set to be answered in 10 minutes. You can't ask me 10 questions that I must answer in 10 minutes. It cannot be correct. No. I'm not taking for granted. Honorable Speaker, we have over 1,000. We have over 1,000 people waiting. These employees of Works and Transport, they were around 600. They were put there to take care of those properties so that they do not get vandalized while we are waiting for the transition. Now, it has become wrong that these members will be put in front of those who are number 1, number 2, and number 3. That will not happen as long as Nekuli is the Minister of Roads and Transport. Okay? It is incumbent upon this House to uphold the rule of law and the principle that contractual obligations must be honored. To do otherwise would create moral hazard and undermine the equitable administration of government resources. The Ministry remains committed to administering government housing in a manner that is legally sound, morally defensible, and procedurally fair. On question 3, that it asks government houses occupied under various
Honorable Member, can you honestly summarize your answers?
Okay,
you can't just say that you are going to read, take your time, and disregard the chair. Practically, you are just staring off the chair and you are doing what
the question says. I must give how many houses
Honorable Member, can you just summarize your
it's what I'm giving.
Yes. No, it's not fair.
I'm exactly summarizing. I'm exactly summarizing.
So next time when somebody does that to you, I will also just leave the member to summarize.
I not want to argue the speaker.
You have done it already.
I'm saying I not want to answer this. I not want to argue the speaker.
In a most incredible way.
But the one challenge you have is that unless we must not answer the questions. But if I must answer the question,
Honorable Member, I'm just applying written rules.
The question is government occupied under various arrangements in which towns? Now we have Windhoek, Grootfontein, Windhoek 10, Grootfontein 115, Cape Mansour 40, Oshakati 15, Rundu 67, Ondamba 78, Ochwarongo 25, and so forth. Let me then say that. They are there. Then we have assigned houses, we have them here. Under assigned houses, I have them here. Let me do that. I have them here. Okay? Government property sales under alienation policy. No, but not stupidity. But not stupidity. Okay? I don't with stupidity. Government property sales under government properties sales under alienation policy. Honorable Member, flags are not for sale. They are reserved for future use of civil servants, especially lower paid staff members. Non-civil servants do not qualify to buy government houses. The alienation scheme was designed to cater only for the sitting tenants of the government under the government pool. Application process for government accommodation. So I have the answers. They are here. Validity of cabinet resolutions, they are valid. Purchase options for occupants of L16 6596. There is no option for that. It's already given to Namibia Airport Company. It's not for them. I so submit. And I think I'll answer that question.
Thank you.
Moving
the House
forward.
will now rise for 20 minutes. No, the honourable member who posed the question is not here, so there can be no follow-up questions. No, honourable member. No, there can be no follow-up questions according to the rules. And we were supposed to rise at 20 minutes to 4. No, we rise for 20 minutes. We cannot sit from 2:30 to 5:45. What is that? Please take a seat. Yes, the next question is that of Honorable Thomas, question 75, asked to the Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports and Arts and Culture. Does Honorable Thomas put the question? Is anyone delegated? Okay, Honorable Minister, you have the floor. Minister of Education. Is the Deputy Minister delegated?
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I rise to respond to the question asked by Honorable Thomas concerning the Observer newspaper report, which stated that the Ministry of Education paid 1.68 million to a supplier for emergency procurement of tents without following the required procedures between 2022 and 2023. Head office transferred an amount of 1 million to the regional account to procure tents, but the quote was higher than the budgetary provision. To the first question, yes, the ministry is fully aware of the incident involving the procurement of tents by the Otjizon-Jupa Regional Directorate of Education, Arts and Culture. During the 2023 academic year, the matter was formally brought to the attention of the minister through internal correspondence from the executive director, following concerns raised by the Otjizon-Jupa Regional Council of procedural irregularities. The second question, the matter is indeed factual and has been verified by the Office of the Auditor General. The issue was formally identified during the routine audit of the Otjizon-Jupa Regional Directorate by the Office of the Auditor General. The Ministry has taken measures to ensure that this will not repeat in the future. To the third question, while there was an emergency and an urgency to provide learners with classrooms at the time, the Ministry's intention was to follow the emergency procurement method as stipulated in Section 33 of the Public Procurement Act, number 15 of 2015. However, some steps may have been overlooked to the pressing need of the learners at the time. The fourth question, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, following this incident, the Ministry has put in place mechanisms for ensuring that procurement processes take place in accordance with the Public Procurement Act, and in case of an emergency, like in this case, we will ensure that we follow the emergency section as prescribed by the law. The Executive Director has instructed the Procurement Committee of the Ministry to ensure that strong control mechanisms are in place to avoid any similar situation that may occur in the future. I thank you.
Thank you. Since the Honourable Member is not here, there are no follow-up questions. The Honourable Member is not here. The rule is saying the mover of the question may be given an opportunity to ask a follow-up question, and the mover is not here. So we proceed, Honourable Member. A point of privilege? Yes, please.
Can I just request the Deputy Minister, Honourable Deputy Minister, to just provide a copy to Honourable Bishop?
Yes.
Because he is
in fact, yes, thank you.
Here he is.
Yes, in fact, Honourable Ministers, all the answers should be shared for distribution to any member that is interested. Honourable, we were just finishing to dealing with the question that you have posed. What is happening? No, Honourable Member, you must go to your... Honourable Member, what is going on now? So we will proceed. You can't speak from another... Honourable Member, are you having a follow-up question or not? Yeah, you see, Honourable Member, what do you move? Okay, no, he has already moved on your behalf. Okay, Honourable Member, you may please just take your seat there. The Honourable Member, Honourable Ampanda has put the question on your behalf, and the question has been answered. And the Honourable Fries, may you please take your seat? And Honourable Fries has also requested that the copy of the answer be shared so that you have access to it. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Now we proceed to question number 77 by Honourable Thomas. to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Industry, Mines and Energy. Does Honorable Thomas put the question? Okay, now Minister Kapofi. Okay, that was a delegated question. Yes, Honorable Proni, you have the floor. Yes,
My
please.
minister
There
delegated.
is a point. What point is that, Honorable Ampanda?
Delegation means inability, like you are not available or something. We want to understand what is happening. Is there, the acting minister is here, and we know he's capable.
Yes, Honorable Member, that question was dealt with already previously, the point we are raising.
Well, as I'm raising, Speaker, to say I want to get an explanation. I don't keep record of what people said in 1990.
No, it
in
was
terms
not
of the rules,
1990.
is it allowed in terms of the rules for a minister to be here and then delegate it, the question to another, the acting minister?
Yes, Honorable Member, if you may please take your seat. I'm saying that question was asked and it was dealt with. And in terms of the rule, a question that was put and answered cannot be put again and to be answered, because that's a repetition.
No, Speaker, the event is happening in front of me. I wasn't here. This question was not, unless you are saying question 77 was posed before. Question 77 is posed, and the minister is here, and there's a delegation. This is not about yesterday.
Yeah.
The events might be relating to, I'm specifically talking to 77. The question is to the minister. The minister is here. So there's a delegation. If there were similarities yesterday, that has nothing to do with 77.
No, it's not about similarity, Honorable Member. If you can just take your seat, I'm explaining to say that exactly the same point you are making. It was made, the question was put to Honorable Kapofi as an acting minister responsible for that sector. And the Honorable Member indicated that the Deputy Minister has been delegated to answer the question. And the Deputy Minister was given the floor to answer the question, and the Deputy Minister asked that she be allowed to answer on another date. And the point that you raised now as to whether the Minister can delegate while he's here was made, and it was dealt with. It is on that basis that I'm saying the same query that was raised cannot be raised again and answered, unless if it was not answered the first time when it was raised. Yeah, because otherwise it will put us in a situation of a repetition that any member who was not here would just ask the same question and then they answer again and the next one come again and ask the question. So it would be on the record that that question was raised and it was answered.
Is that it is very specific. I'm referring to a specific issue.
Yes, it's a specific issue, Honorable.
That's why, for example, when you make a ruling, when we're talking about motions, we know that ministers come here with every bill must be a motion. They come here with 3 bills, but you have made a ruling that once. Okay? So that basically means that... No, I'm giving an example. So of a different context. So it's a very specific case. So if you are going to make a ruling, it cannot be a ruling on the basis of what was discussed yesterday.
No, it's the same issue that was
I'm not raising on the same issue. I'm saying question 77 is to the minister. The minister is here.
I made the ruling, Honorable Ampanda.
No, because you are simply saying that there was some discussion by imaginary people that I don't know, I've not seen, and I must accept.
You had the leave. The Parliament was asked to give you leave on account of ill health, and the matter was dealt with here. It was not by imaginary people, it was by people who were here. They raised that point, it was discussed. Now, you can't be, but Honorable Member, you cannot, when the member is making a ruling, just presiding. According to the rules, the presiding officer can actually ask the member to take their seat, make a ruling, and determine that the matter is concluded. And truly, that is the ruling that I'm making now. I have taken note of what we have said. I have responded. And I consider this matter dealt with. No, you don't have the floor, Honorable Member, now. Because we are now engaging in a debate. I heard what you said, and I have responded. And I have made a ruling. I can see you have a concern. But this, when you make a point of raise on a point of privilege, you raise an issue, and please, when the presiding officer is responding, kindly please take your seat. Yeah. No, you don't have the floor now anymore. Because first time, you can't be standing when I'm answering you, and now we are just going back and forth. I don't like to do this, but this is what the rule is saying. No, I think that matter is concluded now. I have made the ruling. You have said what you wanted to say.
No, how do you know what I'm going to say?
But you said I have made the ruling already, Honorable Member. No.
The rule says that you must explain your ruling.
I have explained already. I explained the ruling to say a point that was raised and dealt with cannot be raised for purposes of being dealt with again. That's a repetition.
When was it raised? On what issue? I don't know.
On this same issue.
Which same issue? 77?
Yes.
Question 77?
Yes, it was deferred. The answer, and the Honorable Member, you cannot speak from your seat, just arguing. No, I gave you the floor, but you are not agreeing with the ruling, and you are just arguing. Yeah, it's truly a problem to deal with matters in that way. I can't have a situation where we can say ministers cannot delegate their deputies when they are here. And when they delegate, it's as it was described. It's not appropriate because the Constitution does not put that limitation. I have already made the ruling, and I cannot be making a ruling several times on the same issue. It is on the records. Now we are now just embarking in an argument, Honorable Member.
No, you can't tell me that yesterday you guys had some discussion.
That's what the rule is saying. When an issue is dealt with, it's concluded. No. Now, the Honorable Crony, you have the floor, please.
Okay.
No.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members.
I have heard you, Honorable Member.
I rise to respond to the questions posed by Member of Parliament, Honorable Bishop Festus Thomas. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, Namibia's long-term strategy for oil production is anchored in a balanced approach that recognizes both our national development priorities and the global momentum towards energy transition. Namibia, as a member of the African Union, subscribes to the just energy transition concept, meaning that while we remain committed to the 2050 global decarbonization agenda, we align our commitment to the responsible development of our recent petroleum discoveries to generate revenue, create jobs, and strengthen energy security. Hence, our strategy is orientated towards the design of our low-emission based oil fields with maximum efficiency. At the same time, our focus is on building local skills, industrial capacity, and low-emission technologies. We plan to channel our oil revenues into economic diversification and to offset emissions through renewable energies. In this way, Namibia intends not only to benefit from its hydrocarbon resources, but also to position itself towards a just, equitable, and sustainable energy future. Without being apologetic, Namibia will produce and utilize all its natural resources, those that are renewable and non-renewable, including the newly found fossil fuels for the development and in the national interest of its people. Our petroleum agreements are deliberately structured to safeguard Namibia's energy security while enabling us to participate meaningfully in international markets. These agreements make domestic supply obligations mandatory, ensuring that a portion of the locally produced petroleum is reserved to meet national energy needs and reduce reliance on imports. At the same time, regulatory frameworks also provide for the trading of our petroleum resources on the international markets, which is essential for earning the much-needed profits that will underpin national development, infrastructure investment, and broader economic diversification. It is the objective of the Ministry to ensure that our oil production benefits our citizens directly, while also positioning the country as a reliable and competitive player in the global energy sector. Our SWAPO-led government is fully aware of the risk of over-dependence on oil revenues and has already taken deliberate steps to diversify our revenue streams. Central to this effort is the Sovereign Wealth Fund Act, under which the Welwitschia Fund will be governed. This framework provides for clear determinations on how petroleum revenues will be invested, not only to stabilize the budget in times of price volatility, but also to channel resources into long-term economic diversification, infrastructure,
please.
Education.
Deputy Minister, there is a point of order, please.
Okay.
Please, the time.
It's back of his nonsense.
Speaker, is it parliamentary to lie? Do we have a Sovereign Wealth Act in Namibia? Passed by which parliament? And how do we sit here and have a minister talking about a law that doesn't exist?
Who is lying, if I may ask?
Sovereign, you were hearing what she's saying. She's talking about a Sovereign Wealth Act.
I just wanted to find out when you say, is it allowed to lie? Who is that one that is lying?
I'll say
because
it again.
I won't be able to answer if I can't make assumptions.
Okay. The minister said, as a strategy to diversify our economy, that is why the Sovereign Wealth Fund Act. Yeah?
Yeah.
So
now how does that relate to lying? I just want
do
to
we have,
understand
the Speaker, are you aware of the Sovereign Wealth Act in Namibia?
No, I will come to that. My question to Honorable Member is, who is lying? Because you asked the question.
The member on the floor.
You said, Speaker, is it allowed to lie? And then I'm asking the Honorable Ampanda,
okay.
Who is lying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaker, is it parliamentary for Honorable Cronje to lie that there is such a thing as a Sovereign Wealth Fund Act in Namibia?
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody knows. Our children are watching TV and we are told there is such a law and we are parliament. This parliament have not passed such a law.
Yes, Honorable Ampanda.
Yeah, so it's a very serious issue. We can't lie.
Honorable Member,
it's not correct.
Oh, okay, it's also unparliamentary for honorable members to refer to each other as lying. So if the honorable member, honorable, can I please just make a ruling without being interrupted? No, because he said, is it allowed to lie? So I wanted to find out. Yeah, so please, it is not allowed to accuse others of lying. But if the honorable member wants to question, I am making a ruling, Honorable Thomas, may I please finish? Yeah, so it is unparliamentary to use a terminology saying another honorable member is lying. If the member says something whose veracity is questionable, the honorable member can challenge that and say that information is not correct. And then the honorable member would provide evidence if what they are saying is indeed correct. No, what I'm saying is that if Honorable Ampanda, you have a right on a point of privilege to say it is not correct that there is the Sovereign Wealth Fund Act, and the honorable member can respond to agree or disagree with you. But what is unparliamentary is to say the honorable member is lying and pose that as a question to the speaker against the rule that no question may be put to the speaker. That's all that I'm saying. So you can actually achieve what you want to achieve, to question whether what the honorable member is saying is correct or not without taking the route that you have taken. That's all that I'm saying. So, honorable member, if you wanted to rise on a point of privilege and ask the honorable member to confirm that information, do so without referring to a member lying. And also without posing the question to the speaker. Because I cannot confirm things which members of parliament are saying. They themselves must confirm the things they are saying. Okay, that's the ruling, and if you want to rise on a point of order to re-put the point, you may.
Speaker. Speaker, the Deputy Minister is in her address with regards to the non-existent Sovereign Wealth Fund Act is engaged in historical anachronism and being very economical with the truth. Can the member please clarify or withdraw that there's such a thing in Namibia as a sovereign wealth fund act. It is a very serious thing.
Okay, you may take your seat now.
Parliament cannot be a place where we engage in.
The honourable member would respond to that. Honourable Kroni.
Yeah, thank you very much, honourable members, honourable Speaker, honourable members, honourable Amupanda. Your apology is accepted, and I'm also apologizing. It is a typing error. I wanted to say sovereign wealth fund and not act. It's a fund and not an act. So, thank you.
Very good.
So, this framework provides for clear determination on how petroleum revenues will be invested, not only to stabilize the budget in terms of price volatility, but also to channel resources into long-term economic diversification, infrastructure, education, renewable energy, and industrial development initiatives. While oil production is still at early stage, our planning is immediate and ongoing, ensuring that from the outset, Namibia uses its petroleum wealth as a catalyst for sustainable broad-based growth rather than a single source of economic dependence. Namibia's recent oil discoveries remain at the appraisal stage, and as such, no official proven reserve estimate has been declared yet. What we do have are encouraging resources estimates reported by exploration companies, which must still undergo further drilling, testing, and independent certification before they can be classified as proven reserves. However, one project has more clarity of the volumes in place.
Honourable member, can you try to summarize? Have you started? Are you giving an introduction and you are coming to respond?
I'm just giving the answers, Speaker. I'm not reading the questions, just the answers.
Can you summarize, please? Can I give you 1 more minute and a half?
Okay.
Yes.
Then I will jump and then I will go to the last part. To summarize, there are too many. Otherwise, I will just submit.
Okay, let me give you 2 minutes. Because I have up to 5 minutes to give to a member in extension of the time that is available.
Yeah. Let me quickly read the second last page. I will skip the others and the members can get a copy of the document. Yes, thank you.
Okay, how many pages do you have? I have a maximum of 5 minutes and I have already...
There is 2, 3, 4 left.
Okay.
So should I read the last one?
Yeah, please let me give you 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. The last, I will just read the last paragraph.
Objection to what? What is the Honorable Kandorodu objecting to? Okay, who is on the floor? The presiding officer just made the ruling. What? Huh?
The questions are many.
Okay, so what are you objecting to?
My argument is the disparities.
What are you making? What point is that, Honorable Kandorodu?
On privilege, with regard to the minutes of answering questions. The disparities of decisions of the presiding officer.
So you are challenging the ruling?
No, not the ruling.
Okay, what is the Honorable?
The culture of the House. 1 week, ministers are given able time to respond to questions. Another week, they answer with the knife on the neck.
No, Honorable Member, you are out of order. You may now take your seat. Please take your seat now, Honorable Member, because you are just arguing. You know, the point that needs to be made, although Honorable Nekundi did it in the wrong way, the point that needs to be made is the problem starts with the members that ask the questions. The members are unwilling to comply with the rule. They want to make insinuations and ask 10 questions. Yes, that's where the problem is. And the other day when I made an effort in the name of accountability, to say I am going to give extension because the ministers are answering, and that's part of accountability. One side of the House was jeering. They were unhappy that I'm extending the time for the ministers to answer. And now again, when I try to enforce the rules for the minister to remain in the time, the same members are again complaining. Can we, from the next session, honorable members, keep within the minutes that are allocated for asking questions, so that the ministers will be able to also answer within the time that is allocated until the rules have been changed, so that we can have more time if that's what we wish to do. So I have made the ruling on that one. On this specific issue, I'm no longer entertaining point of privilege because there is a deputy minister on the floor answering. Honorable members, Honorable Kroni, please proceed.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the questions are 14.
Let her answer, please. No, honorable members, let the honorable member please answer.
The questions are 14. I therefore prepared so many answers, but I will only read the last question of the answer. The government has adopted a zero tolerance.
Can you delay your point of privilege? I want to hear what the deputy minister is saying.
The government has adopted a zero tolerance approach to corruption in the oil sector.
Which question are you answering now? Can you say at least number 1 or number 2?
I said because of the time, I only got 2 minutes, so I will only read the answer of the last question. I will skip the others.
Okay. No, honorable member, maybe what you can do is help us to know where you are on the questions. You can say, I am on question 5 without repeating the question.
Oh, okay.
You can just briefly go to the answer.
So, am I allowed to read all the answers?
Within not more than the time that is allocated here.
The problem is not ministers or even people.
Yes, honorable member, can you please proceed? Can you proceed?
So I'm at question 4.
Member, please take your seat. Honorable, can you please? Proceed, honorable member.
Question number 4. I'm at question number 4.
Very good.
So the answer is Namibia's recent oil discoveries remain at the appraisal stage.
Ask your question after she's done. Yeah.
And as such, no official proven reserves estimate has been declared yet. What we do have are encouraging resources estimate reported by exploration companies, which must still undergo further drilling, testing and independent certification before they can be classified as proven reserves. However, one project has more clarity of the volumes in place. The Venice project, under the operatorship of Total, plans to produce around 150,000 barrels of oil per day at peak production. More volumetric data will become available upon completion of the current exploration and appraisal programs. Question number 5. Exploration is the lifeblood of oil production, and while Namibia has achieved remarkable success in the Orange Basin, it is vital that we replicate the success in our other frontier basins like Lüderitz Basin, Walvis Basin, Namib Basin, Ovambo and Bama Basins. To achieve this, new licenses must be issued to unlock the vast potential that lies within these areas. Namibia is large and there are still many blocks that are open. Government remains committed to providing a transparent and competitive licensing framework that attracts both foreign direct and domestic investment into upstream activities. It is our objective to increase exploration to consequently accelerate discoveries, broaden our petroleum resources base, and secure sustainable long-term production growth for the country. However, this is also the time for us to take stock going forward. How we as a country can position ourselves to maximize our gains from both future and current petroleum and gas discoveries. Question 6.
Yes.
Transparency is a cornerstone of how we manage our petroleum sector. The ministry ensures that oil reserves reporting and production figures are governed by strict regulatory requirements, including independent verification and adherence to international best practices. All licenses are obligated to submit regular audited reports on reserves on production, which are reviewed by technical experts within the ministry. Finally, as you may recall, our head of state, Her Excellency President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, has placed the petroleum and gas governance in the presidency to ensure that transparency and accountability is strengthened at the apex of government decision-making.
Honorable member, you may now summarize. It would be difficult.
Summarize, there are too many.
One. Yes, please, go to the...
So let me go to the last question.
Yes, please.
Number 14.
Yeah, I think the introduction to the answers are too long. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The government has adopted a zero-tolerance approach to corruption in the oil sector. This has been amplified at the highest government level by our president, who has equaled corruption to high treason against the Namibian state and its citizens. As government ministers and officials, we all have joined President Nandi Ndaitwah to maintain a zero-tolerance approach to corruption, including in the oil sector. And I dare to say at the Ministry of Industries, Mines and Energy, to this end, all petroleum activities are conducted within the framework of Namibia's Anti-Corruption Act, Act number 8 of 2003, which criminalizes corrupt practices and provides for strong investigative and procedural powers through the Anti-Corruption Commission. Any breach of this law, including corrupt practices, is subject to penalties under the Anti-Corruption Act, ranging from cancellation of licenses to criminal prosecution. These provisions will greatly assist the government and strengthen its resolve to uphold integrity, protect national interests, and ensure that oil wealth benefits all Namibians. And I so submit.
Thank you. Honorable Thomas, do you have a follow-up question?
I'm very much concerned about the answer. I'm not happy about the answer. Because since the beginning, the Deputy Minister is never given the answer on what I asked. Even in the introductions, is giving a wrong referral to a wrong law. Yes. I do not know whether the Deputy Minister has prepared this answer for herself or is someone else prepared on behalf so that she can read. If he's now prepare the answer, why, Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister, are you not answering the straight answer?
Okay, Honorable Member, are you saying none of the questions are answered or it's a specific
None of them. It's just reading things which I did not answer here. I do not know whether he read here. There is 14 answers here. Questions. But only one says the government, what I say, what is the Namibian government long-term strategy for oil production in the light of global energy transition? She never answered that one. If I go on, I do not know whether she's answering to me or my answer, or she's answering maybe something else. Did she look in my question or what? I don't understand this.
Yeah, okay.
I don't understand.
Okay, now that's a follow-up question. Yeah. Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister, would you like to say something in response? Okay, you may now take your seat, Honorable. Yeah, you may now take your...
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, it seems like my honorable member was not listening carefully.
Yes.
So if he was not listening, I will request, because according to Rule 129, questions are posted to the minister. So I'm delegated to answer what was given to me. So therefore, the follow-up questions must be put in writing, and I'm willing to answer next week, Thursday. Next year.
Yes, thank you. Honorable. Yes, the copy. Yeah, yes. Yes, honorable member, you will get a copy. Yes, you can come and ask. If your question has not been answered, there is a written answer, and you have checked, you are free when we come again to put those questions that have been not answered. Yeah. Honorable, on that one, we have made a ruling on that one. Yeah. Honorable members, we are now, that's just a roundabout situation that we put ourselves in. Yeah, can we please proceed? Yes, please give a copy, Honorable Deputy Minister. The copy will come. No. The follow-up is only to the member who posed the question. No. He has already made that one follow-up question. Yeah, because we have already concluded to say the Honorable Deputy Minister would avail a copy of the written answers. The Honorable Member would check the answers to see whether they respond to all the questions that he has put. And if there are some questions that are not answered, the Honorable Member would put those questions. I think that concludes the matter. Yeah. Now we proceed, Honorable Members, to question number 77. Oh, is it 77? We answered that one. 78. Yes, Honorable April.
Senior member, can I speak, please? Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm just not sure whether I'm poised or balanced properly, because I am really not. I think the essence here, Madam Speaker, is questions are being asked and answers are anticipated, but the answering time is way too short.
Agreed.
And that's where this degeneration kind of thing is happening in this House. So I want to appeal to Madam Speaker and the front table to probably find a better way so we can appreciate the answers when they're provided. Because it doesn't help somebody reading 4 sentences and we don't get the answer, the essence of the answer. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes. Honorable, you have made an important point, and I want to emphasize once again. It is us that are putting ourselves in this problem because we are unwilling to comply with the rule that is there. The only option that is available to us is to amend the time limit. Until we have amended the time limit, we must, both the ones that are moving the questions and the ones that are answering the questions, live within the time limit. The problem that we have is sometimes the members who are asking the questions are unwilling to fit within the answer. And they ask 10 questions. They ask 10 questions, and now creating a situation where the minister would have 5 pages to answer. And now it becomes difficult to manage the situation. Yeah. Yes. Honorable Nekundi?
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, I think on many occasions, that's why it's read. Honorable Speaker, I've tried many times, tried to seek the indulgence of the House, by the chairmanship and the table office to guide this House in accordance with the rules. Now, let's look at Rule 129. Let's look at Rule 129. A member may address a question. Now, let's go to the first question. What we apparently call a question. Question 24. Is there a question or there are questions? So we are allowed to, the rule says a question, but there are questions. In a question, so-called question. Now, if we stick to this, and the member is only allowed to ask a question as the rules describe, we shall also be able to respond in 10 minutes. But when the members are allowed to ask questions up to 10, which is against the rule, I read with the rules, Rule 129. So therefore, Comrade Speaker, I'm seeking the indulgence of the Speaker.
No, honorable member, let the honorable member finish.
Rule 129, and I want to read verbatim. A member may address a question to a minister relating to a public matter for which the minister is responsible. To a minister. A question to a minister may either seek information, a question, not questions.
Honorable members, you cannot argue like that. There is one person on the floor.
So, Honorable Speaker, and I go then to 2. It is still referred to a question. It still speaks to a question. So that means that question which is in 1 must therefore to a minister may either seek for information, that one question, information on such a matter, or that one question asking for official action with regard to it, provided that a questioner may not ask a minister. So that question, but when you look at here, it is not a question, it's questions. Remember, a question, once you have a question mark, that is what constitutes a question. Now, under here, there are 14 questions, not a question. No.
5 people on the floor rising on a point of privilege to talk about the same issue. It is not possible. I will make a ruling on this issue. Yes, I will make a ruling, honorable member. And that ruling is to say the general rule for questions is there under 131. Yeah? So the general rules are there and they go to sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, sub 4. Yeah? And it is indicated that a question may not be of excessive length. That is the point that a question, it may have, when is it coming, in what form is, these are sub-questions of the same question. That is why it is said it must not be of excessive length. What we are seeing here, truly, these questions are of excessive length. And the presiding officer will not agree to say that we just continue with questions of excessive length and we create a situation where it becomes difficult to manage the answering of the questions. So yes, going forward, the honorable members, Honorable Nekundi, the honorable members are advised, when we are coming back from recess, the questions that we may not be able to answer, we should please, in order to make it possible for us to have these questions answered, we have to comply with the rules. We have to comply with the rules. Yeah. Honorable members, if now the members insist, I have to go through the list, which I have indicated, really it's past 5. Yeah, it's past 5, and please, I would like to propose that we proceed to question number 78. The one by Honorable Ampanda, please. I have others ahead of you. I am no longer going to allow the floor on the issue of the questions. Let us just proceed to the next question by Honorable Motu to the Minister of Education. No, Honorable Member, you can't speak without the floor. No, I have not given you the floor. Yes, the matter is concluded. The matter is concluded, Honorable Member. Please, the matter is concluded. Okay, now, the next question, you are out of order, Honorable Member. The next question is by Honorable Motu. Does the Honorable Member put the question? Is there anyone? She's not here. Yeah. Change the rules. Yeah, propose an amendment to the committee. No. I'm not having a problem with the rules. You must comply with the rules. Yes, I don't have a problem with that provision. Please take a seat. Yeah, I don't have. The question must be to the point. They must be to the point. Question number 80. Question number 80 is one by Honorable Ampanda. Question number 80. The next question is one by Honorable Ampanda to the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Does Honorable Ampanda put the question? Yeah, when the question is put, we will hear whether there is anyone delegated. Because I can't ask that question until I know whether the question is put or not. Honorable Ampanda? Yes, on what point is the Honorable Member rising? Okay. No, we understand that question has not been put. And Honorable Motu is not here. She has not delegated anyone to put the question.
It's put.
Yeah. So...
You didn't ask that question.
I did. Maybe you just didn't hear. I did ask the question. I did.
Yeah, because it's true, because it wasn't asked.
Okay, Honorable Ampanda, the next question is the one by Honorable Dr. Ampanda, and it's question number 80 to the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Does Honorable Ampanda put the question?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is anyone delegated on the side of the executive to answer on behalf of the Prime Minister? No. Okay, no one. Okay, now we proceed to question 81 by Honorable Kandorodu to the Minister of Agriculture. Does Honorable Kandorodu put the question? Yes, Honorable Minister of Agriculture is the deputy delegated to answer. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member. I rise to provide a comprehensive response to the question posed by Honorable Kandorodu in the National Assembly on the 1st of July 2025 concerning the status and the ownership, investment, prospects and operational outlook of the Witflay Abattoir. The current status of the Witflay Abattoir, Honorable Speaker, can I be protected?
Yes, yeah, the Honorable Member is on the floor, please, Honorable.
The current status of the Witflay Abattoir, Honorable Speaker, the Witflay Abattoir remains under the ownership of the Agribank and is currently dormant. Agribank is actively pursuing the proposal of the facility to be creditable to investors with the aim of reviving operations and stimulating local employment in the Witflay area. Ownership history and legal development. The abattoir was transferred to Agribank in 2003 following the liquidation of Uricubis Abattoir. Uricubis, yes, pardon me. Agribank subsequently leased the facility to Witflay Meat Pty Ltd with the option to purchase at 15 million. However, in 2011, the Cabinet directed that any sale be conducted at market value. The legal dispute ensued, culminating in a Supreme Court ruling in favor of Witflay Meat Pty Ltd. Despite a purchase agreement being signed in 2015, the buyer failed to meet the payment condition, rendering the agreement void. Further eviction proceedings were instituted, and in January 2020, Agribank lawfully regained the possessions of the property and holds a valid title deed. Investor engagement and challenges. Agribank initiated 2 tender processes in 2021 and 2022 for the disposal of the abattoir. Although several bidders or bids were received, none of the top 3 bidders were able to provide proof of the funding within stipulated time framework. Additionally, the proximate of the copper smelter plant leased by the Witflay Village Council raised several healthy and environmental concerns. Deterring investors' confidence, Agribank engaged relevant stakeholders, and in July 2025, the smelter operator, New Horizon, agreed to relocate its operation with Agribank, assuming the associated costs. Prospects for reassumption and job creation. Following the resolution of the smelter issue, Agribank re-advertised the abattoir and has since received multiple expressions of interest. The bank remains optimistic that a financial capable investor will be secured. The reassumption of the operation is expected to contribute meaningfully to employment creation and economic revitalization in the Omaheke region. Financial losses incurred due to the prolonged dormancy and legal proceedings. Agribank has incurred the following costs: legal fee amounting to 2,958,000
$128.37. Monthly rates and taxes that costed $48,022.54, payable to the Whitford Village Council. Monthly security costs that amount to $16,316.34 for safeguarding the facility. As I conclude, Honorable Speaker, I wish to reaffirm the Ministry's commitment to ensuring that the Whitford Abattoir is restored to full operational capacity in a manner that is transparent, economically sound, and beneficial to the people of the Whitford and the broader of Omaheke region. This will be done through collaboration efforts. The Ministry will continue to work closely with Agribank and all relevant stakeholders to facilitate a successful outcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Does Honorable Kandorodu have any follow-up question? Okay, thank you. The next question is question number 82 by Honorable Kandorodu to the Minister of Works and Transport. Does the Honorable Member put the question?
Honorable Speaker, before I post my question, I put move or whatever. Do you have the questions? Do you have this form?
Yes,
Speaker,
that's where I'm
can you look at it? What is wrong there?
Huh?
Something is wrong.
Honorable Member, you cannot put a question.
Okay, to the Speaker. My surname must be written proper. I'm a Namibian, I'm a Herero, I'm a black man, I'm an African. I don't have imported names like Abraham, Johannes, whatever, of April or what. I'm a clear Kandorodu, something black. What is it? What is so difficult?
The misspelling?
Kondorosu, that's not me.
Oh, is that? I thought it's question number 82.
No.
Which one?
82, the surname is correct.
Yeah.
Transfer to 92.
Okay, so maybe when we get there, but
Yeah,
if it's a
thank you so much.
If it's a misspelling, Honorable Kandorodu, I would like to request the Secretariat to take more care in ensuring that the names are properly spelled. Yes, now on question 82, does the Honorable Minister answer? Yes, now Honorable Minister of Works and Transport. Honorable Minister. The question 82 is by Honorable Kandorodu to yourself. Is the Honorable Minister going to answer?
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Deputy Speaker?
No Speaker. I think the danger of the House that all these questions be deferred to next year. All my answers are to defer to next year.
Okay, we will have to do them one by one. Yeah. That's the proposal of the Minister. Yes. He doesn't have the answers. Today, is it agreed? Yeah, I don't know whether he has the answer, so I cannot insist that he answer. Yeah, so maybe what I can do is to ask the chief whips to consult with the members in order to deal with that matter, as per the rule that requires chief whips to assist the presiding officer and the leader of government business. Yes. Yes, Honorable. No, the Honorable Member has asked that the questions that are put should be deferred to next.
Honorable Speaker, the rules makes provision for anything to be deferred. So the Honorable Minister is deferring his answers to next year. So if the rules makes provision for that, what should a chief whip do?
The next question is question number 92. Yes, Honorable Engari.
Thank you. Honorable. No, I won't keep quiet. Honorable Speaker, I think we are being disingenuous with these questions. I recognize, and that's why I've asked for the floor countless times, but the Speaker is not looking this side. He's only looking in one direction of the House. But in fact, I wanted to propose that we develop a template for questions if really the questions are too long. If it's true that it's the questions that are too long or the abstracts are too long, then develop a template, give it to members, and allow those members to ask those questions. But I think it's really unfair to come and say, a question that was allowed by table office actually to be even here, to be on record. It's unfair to come now and say the questions are too long, abstract. I mean, it is entirely within the rights of your office as presiding officer to actually even consult with members and say, look, I think we should maybe do this and do that. But
Thank you,
it's unfair to blame us, those who want to ask questions. In fact, Honorable Speaker, even that point that was raised about questions, what rule, that rule 131 cited by Honorable Nekundi, it's incorrect because even when we write exams, we call it a question paper, not a questions paper. In English.
Yeah, Honorable Member, the point that you have made has been made already, and the call has been made that we should ensure that the questions comply with the rule and the answers must comply with the rules. We have a Chief Whip's platform. This matter can be referred to the Chief Whips so that we engage on that issue at that platform. But I think now we are just repeating the same point that has been made already. Now, is it on a different point, Honorable Thomas? Yeah, no, I can do that. I can do that.
Honorable Speaker.
I can do that. Yes, Honorable Member.
Honorable Speaker, I think maybe.
Honorable Member, you are out of order. Okay. Yeah, Honorable Thomas.
Honorable Speaker, I think this is the answer we want. I mean, the question we want answer, proper answer. Now, I think maybe we have to look on the time. If now, as now the Speaker say, maybe we must consult the Chief Whip maybe next year. I think these things, this question, rushing into the question by the is also frustrating the ministers. The minister want to answer the question, but is overrun by the time. So I think it's not fair, and we also expecting the answer to be answered proper, so that I can understand the way I ask this answer.
Thank you, Honorable Bishop. That point has been made already. Yeah, so now we have, Honorable Members, are we still rising on this same point, or there is something else that we want to raise? I see Honorable Karonda, followed by, okay, Honorable Karonda has withdrawn. Honorable Kandorodo, are you rising on the same point?
Yes, I'm rising on the same point.
Honorable,
but I want you to give me an opportunity to listen to me.
Okay, half a minute, please.
Honorable Kandorodo,
Veta Ruhe,
and the entire Namibians must not be the grass of the two elephants that are fighting.
Which are those two elephants?
Is completely unfair. The attitude of Honorable Nekundi that he is portraying now, to boycott.
Yes, now there is a point of order, Honorable.
It's on a point of order. It's on a point of order.
Okay, so he's on a point of order. Apparently, Honorable.
It's on a point of order.
Yeah, allow him to finish, and then you can continue.
Cannot question the Speaker's ruling.
No, but the point of order is not on the floor.
Sit. Red light is here.
Nekundi, can we just say him out and then you get the floor, please, to respond since he mentioned your name?
So normally, when the intellectual capacity,
Honorable member, remember you have half a minute.
Yes, when you are angry, when you have lost everything, it's good to excuse yourself and to vacate Parliament.
No, Honorable member.
Just it's much better than boycotting, answering questions as an executive member.
Honorable member.
One of the biggest branch in this country. You can't do that.
Okay, may you
it's
take
very
it
shameful
now, Honorable member. No,
to the Namibian people.
Honorable member.
I so submit.
Honorable member, now I don't think that that's a point of privilege. I don't know whether Honorable Nekundi is boycotting, because Honorable Nekundi asked that the answer be deferred to another date. But now he has asked for the floor. Is someone whose name was mentioned, and I give him the floor.
Honorable Speaker, the rule of this House, in fact, this House can only be in order if the rules are applied. However, the rule prescribes that when you want to discuss the character of a member, you move a substantive motion. You move a motion. Whenever you want to discuss a character of a member, you move a motion. Now, arise of point of order, that was not granted. The member was allowed to continue, despite me rising on the right as given in the rules, it was allowed to continue writing on a member's character as he is described. I'm not sure whether that is correct. Number two, in terms of the standard rules, point of privilege is never discussed. That's why it's a point of privilege. It's never discussed. Now, but here seems we discuss point of privileges. Number three, I moved, as the rule prescribed, that you ask for indulgence of the House for a matter we are responding to be deferred. I have done that. You have guided that you cannot do all of them, you can only do one, which I have accepted, and I will do that accordingly. Now, Honorable Speaker, can I then ask for a point of privilege that we break for 10 minutes?
Okay, Honorable Member, we only have 10 minutes left. Yeah, so if we break for 10 minutes, we will be on automatic adjournment. Yeah, no, and I don't think that will be procedural. But I think in principle, asking for a break is not unacceptable. But when you ask for a break that is equal to the remaining sitting time of the assembly, then that creates a problem. That's point number one. Point number two, I just would like to say, when it comes to Honorable Kandorodu, talking about Honorable Nekundi the way that he did, I did make a ruling. Yeah, that as far as I'm concerned, the Honorable Member asked for the deferment. So I don't know about the member boycotting to answer the question. So I did rule the member out of order. So I did not allow the member to characterize you in a way that he did. I just wanted to clarify that. And obviously to emphasize that that's why I have a problem to give the floor to the members who are asking. Point of privilege cannot be discussed. So the problem that we have in the House, unfortunately, is we have some members who only want to comply with the rules when they hold a strong view about a certain issue. Then they insist the rule is saying this. Then when they disagree with the ruling, they disregard what the rules are saying. That's where the problem is. And that's the issue that I'm saying we need to discuss at the Chief Whip's Forum and consider what the rules are saying that we have adopted. Yeah. So having said that, honorable members, I will no longer be entertaining any point of privilege. We are rising on what, honorable member? Is it a point of what? Because we will not be discussing any point of privilege anymore. We are spending more time on that. But I will hear what the honourable member is raising on.
Yes, Speaker, the rule says that once a member raises on a point of order.
On what point are you raising now, honourable member?
Once a member raises on a point of order, the rules make provisions for members to contribute.
No, I am now asking you, honourable member, before you make your point that you are making, on what point are you rising?
I'm rising in terms of Rule 85.
Which is? Rule 85.
Point of order.
Is that is limits of debates and speeches.
Point of order 83.
There is no one on the floor, honourable member, to raise.
That's why I was hoping that you could listen, because
Yes.
it says
no, you can't now speak on a point of order because there is no one on the floor.
the Speaker. It says once if I raise on a point of order, the rules make provision for any other member to contribute.
No, honourable
the
member,
issue
now
that I
you are
raised.
speaking without the floor. Yeah, you see, it's a challenge. I know that we would differ on issues, but if we decide that when I feel this way, I must proceed this way, even if that is not agreed to, then that's where the problem comes in.
I don't believe that that's how we should
Yeah,
do it.
I have not then given the floor to go into.
You have been doing that the whole time.
No, you are only speaking without the floor all the time. Yeah. So unfortunately,
So,
honourable
speakers,
member,
this thing that
the
happens,
time is
the problem
running
is
out
just-
now. We are not making productive use of this
So
time.
as far as you are concerned, the problem is just members.
Honourable member, you don't have the floor.
Yes, I will never have a floor as far as you are concerned. But all I'm appealing is just that this
But
disorderly
you don't have the
thing,
floor, honourable, to appeal.
this disorderly, chaotic,
I ask-
disorganized nature
and
of Parliament.
What you are doing is creating that situation. What you are doing right now, speaking without the floor, is contributing. Because if every member does what you are doing, there is no order. No, honourable member, you can just rise procedurally and be given the floor. But you are speaking out of 10. That's where the challenge is. I told you you can't rise on a point of order when there is no one on the floor, honourable member. So when there is someone on the floor, you can rise on a point of order and raise your point of order. That's all that I'm saying. I'm not saying you are not allowed to speak. Yeah, honourable member. Or if you want to raise on a point of privilege on another issue, but this one we have discussed it, honourable member, about the questions and the answering of the questions. So we were with question number 80. Yeah, no, it's not agreed, honourable member. I am calling on Honourable Kandorodu to put the question 82. You have the floor, honourable Kandorodu. Yes. Yes, please.
Honourable Lampanda, the floor is mine. No, the two of you can do it outside.
Yes, you may proceed.
For us who don't want adjournment, we can continue.
Very good.
No, my concern was the typing error.
Okay.
Of my name.
Okay. Now that is now we
So
can.
it's loud.
Okay.
It's
No,
loud and
82
clear now.
82 is properly spelled, isn't it?
It's KA, not KO. On a lighter note.
Okay.
So because the Prime Minister is in Tumep campaigning, so it's deferred to next year.
Yes, honourable. Oh? So you don't put the question. This is a question to the Minister of Works and Transport, isn't it?
Works again. He refused already.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I
the
posed.
minister can rise to
He's
indicate
angry.
whether he defers. No, it's question number 82. The name is properly spelled there, Honourable Kandorodu. Yes. Have we passed there? Okay. Oh, okay. 92. Okay, this is the one that is misspelled. Then we correct the misspelling. The Right Honourable Prime Minister is not here. Is anyone delegated to answer on behalf? No one. Oh, Honorable Werikwa, are you delegated? Okay, no, it's not delegated. Now we have 5 minutes, okay? So the next question is question number 95, and it's addressed to the Minister of International Relations and Trade, put by Honorable Klute, who is not here. Is anybody putting the question on behalf? The Minister is also not here, but the Deputy is here. We don't know whether she's delegated or deferred. Okay, so no one is delegated to put the question. That's the point you are making. Okay, so that question is not put. Then we go to question 101 by Honorable Hengari to the Minister of Urban and Rural Development. Both the Minister and Deputy Minister are not here. Honorable Hengari.
Speaker, this is a very important question. And the Minister was here, but is absconded. It's a matter that is a burning issue. It speaks to housing. And I think this is actually a national crisis, and it's quite unacceptable that the Minister is not even here. He's just dealing with, what is that company's name?
Red Force.
Red Force. We don't even have answers about housing in terms of this 8th administration.
No solution.
What you want to do with regards to the high cost of housing prices, the unregulated rent market. So, Speaker, really I hope that the Minister somebody from this 8th administration can convey this to the Minister, that we need answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. The point is taken. Unfortunately, the Minister is not here. Do we still have time? The next question is one by Honorable Mwashindange to the Minister of Finance. Honorable Mwashindange is not here. Does anyone put the question on behalf of Honorable Mwashindange? No one? Yeah. Okay. So, what I want to say, Honorable Ministers, is this, that these questions, some of them, we can share information using the other platforms that we have. Even as we are waiting for next year to formally respond to the questions, the public does not have to remain in the dark about the issues that are queried here. So I just want to highlight that. But the honorable members, we have 4 minutes. 4 minutes, yes. We can say goodbye to each other. We can agree to end on this note, and with that advice that is provided to the ministers. And I would like to invite the honorable members. Maybe before I do that, I would like to inform the members that the budget has been passed by the National Council without any amendments. In terms of the Constitution, they cannot make amendments in any case. And that was submitted to Her Excellency the President to deal with it in terms of Article 75(3) of the Namibian Constitution. Now, having said that, may we use the remaining time for those members that would have a few words to say in saying goodbye as we rise now until next year in February. Yeah, so the Right Honorable Prime Minister is not here. Who? Yes, Honorable Kabofi.
Comrade Speaker, honorable members, I feel very privileged to have been given this opportunity to say 1 or 2 words. Yes, indeed, the task of lawmaking is not an easy one. We come from different political persuasions, but we embrace each other. However, at times we make life difficult for each other. We are doing all these things, and I believe in good faith for the good of our country. We have no any other country than Namibia. That's the only country we call home, and I would like us to guard jealously for the good and the prosperity of our people. I want to wish you, Comrade Speaker, and all of you members of the House, a prosperous, enjoyable festive season and a prosperous 2017. 2026. I know the rain is promising. Those of you who till the land, go and do it well. Those of you who rear cattle like Kadrondu, go and do it well. And go and do whatever it pleases you as you enjoy your holidays. And thank you very much.
Okay, very good. I see now, okay, there is Honorable Ricardo that has asked for the floor. I see the mic of Honorable Ampanda is flashing, but it's not there.
Mutol.
Okay. Does the Honorable Member want to say something briefly?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I just want to say something on behalf of IPC. We really want to thank each and every member of parliament, including the cabinet members, for the cooperations that you have shown to us as new members. You worked with us without any difficulties. Even if we argued like the senior mentioned today, we are ending on a good note. So we want to say thank you from the desk of IPC for that cooperation. May we continue like that. And may the Almighty God be with us. Our prayer is that He should continue to protect each and every one of us and bring us together here as one family for the betterment of our Namibian people. I thank you.
Yes, thank you. Honorable Thomas.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, it's the church moves now. It's the time of the church. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, Honorable members. I think many words were said. My phone. Okay, put it down. Many things were said by everyone. It's a basic thing. We want peace in this country. Peace for everyone. I know we have engaged in a difficult way, maybe pointing finger to each other, but I think let us leave these things here. When we go outside, we are sisters and brothers. We go in campaign in peace. Let us not pointing each other fingers. No, Honorable Kapofi was saying this. We will come and get it here. There outside, we just go as one nation, one Namibia. But don't forget to go to church when you are free. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Hengari. Are you asking for the floor? Yes.
Speaker, thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly. I want to thank all the members. It's been, for me, a learning curve, of course. I think as a young person, one learning never stops for especially a young person. But I wanted to leave the members with something. Why is it that it is so easy for us to agree and disagree in an orderly manner when we are at the restaurant getting lunch or getting breakfast, but when we come here, it's complete chaos? I think we must reassess and re-examine ourselves as individuals, and I say this not just to you, but also to myself, about our loyalty to this republic, because that is the oath we have taken in this house. I think the onus is on us when we come back next year to now find ways on how to better build consensus with one another. Most of the time you see that we stand up here and you probably think we stand on a point of order, on a point of privilege to disagree. But it is not the case. Most of the time that is as a result of the platform or even just the chance to be able to speak with you, especially as members of the executive, to build consensus even in the corridors of this building. So I think, Honorable Speaker, our loyalty here, we need to reassess where we stand with regards to the oath that we have taken as members of this House both in upholding the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, but also in holding ourselves accountable. So I really wish all of you a peaceful and restful holiday, and see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Lukato.
Honorable Speaker, members of Parliament, and the leaders of various political parties. My message is very short. For the past months, when we were here, since March, I have enjoyed a lot because of my brothers, both sides, that we are in unity. In other words, we are here to make sure that we serve the Namibian people as a servant of the people. Let me say that we come from different backgrounds, so where we respect each other. So I'll continue to respect you, all of you respected members. I will continue to respect Namibian people, Africa and the world at large. God bless Namibia, Africa and the world at large. Amen.
Thank you, Honorable Kadrobu.
Yeah. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member, let me thank everyone for the cooperations we give to one another during this session. The fact that we got to know one another parliamentary, not personally. So therefore I propose to my dear brother, Honorable Dino Balotti, with the Secretariat, maybe from next year we have a fun day where we play games with diplomats, CEO, and we pull the, how do you call it, Ongode, cut of war, so that we can support one another. That's how we build teamwork. That's why we support one another, and then the attacking will also be minimized, because this person was helping you to win that game, and it creates harmony among the honorable members, and will be a team that will work together. So, and very important for some of us, we must continue to work on our emotional intelligence. It's very important. So next year when we come, we take hands and we deliver to the Namibian nation. So prosperous New Year. I cannot say Christmas because I'm not a Christian. So enjoy 2025 and welcome 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honorable members, all of you, for those beautiful remarks that you have made in bidding farewell to each one of us as we go into recess. I want to thank you also for your robust participation in the business of the House and for the useful insights that you have shared. I am very much inspired by the proposals that are made about team building. I hope that we work on them when we come back, and that we will grow stronger as a team as we move forward in our remaining term as the 8th Parliament. So I wish all of you a very blessed Christmas and a very happy New Year, and all the best with all your endeavors, especially as we practice our democracies in campaigning and participating in the regional council and local authorities elections, and may the best man or woman wins. On that, we rise until the first week of February.